These are hella freaky, bro. Wow. It really does feel like we're walking into like a relative's house. The most pure people I've ever come across. Raw. He's looking through his bag. Hello. That's just what it is in Bali. Everybody says what's up. Everybody just smiles. That's why it's such a beautiful place to come to. Anyways, what's going down, my people? Super excited to be chopping it up with y'all once again. If y'all caught us in the last vlog, you knew that we was in Canggu, one of the newer spots within Bali, but we had a great time down there nonetheless. You know, there's a lot of mixed opinions about Canggu as far as whether or not, you know, people like it, but I definitely think it's something worth experiencing for yourself if Bali is a place that you're interested in coming to. But nonetheless, we in Ubud now, man. You know, Ubud is said to be a very sacred place, a very special place to so many different people. And from a lot of the people that I've spoken to, this is commonly known as one of the favorites as far as all the different spots within Bali. Hold up, I just got my little notes here. And right off the bat, you can already see the differences between Ubud and Canggu. It's completely different. So I want to give you all a walkthrough of the area that we're staying in, as well as a little house tour, because again, just it's night and day. We're gonna give y'all a quick little tour of our crib. But before we do, just like, you know, you can peep like the area a little bit. It's gorgeous out here. We're in a pretty solid location, I would say. Shout out to Ellie Jane, as always, for finding us the right spots where we can settle in. That's just what she does.
I love it. I'll look at Airbnb for fun.
She looks at Airbnb for fun, man. Look at this. It's beautiful. Yeah, let's show y'all this crib, though. We actually found another place that we had booked for Ubud, and we were out here for a month, right? So we booked the place for a month. We had it, everything was on lock. And then Ellie Jane found this spot, and she was like, yo, this place is like $250 more, but what do you think? And I'm looking through the photos, I'm like, yo, run it. So we ended up canceling the last place and getting this one. And I'm really happy that we did, because it's a much different experience. Recently, Ellie Jane put me on this new term, glamping. Break it down.
Glamping is like camping, but glam. If you want to go glamping, you like don't have like a traditional like pitch tent. It'll be like a giant teepee with like a TV and like air conditioning and a bed. So it's like, it's not camping, it's glamping. We actually went to another Airbnb that was like a wooden house, and it kind of felt like glamping in a cabin. So this, I don't even know if we can call it glamping. It's like, it's a whole townhouse.
There's a lot to show you. I mean, let's start right here, right at the door.
Oh, let's put it on.
She said, make sure there's no spiders in here. Every time she enters a new room, she's like, I never feel like I'm actually alone. Like, she just like,
literally, I have to like,
you know,
introduce myself, be like, I'm coming in.
Y'all see this? This is, look at, whoa, nice. Yeah, so this is the first private place that we've ever stayed at that has 2 floors. So this is like dope in that sense, right? You know, usually if you ever have a private spot, it's like a condo or apartment or whatever, or like a guest house. But that's not the case with this place. We have the entire place to ourselves, dining table, dinner table, working space, all right here, with a couch. And one thing I've told Ellie Jane is that I love just being able to step up.
It's our favorite.
Yeah, right from the couch. We've talked about a lot. It was in Thailand, whenever we were staying at these accommodations, they wouldn't provide the water for you, but they provide the mineral water for you, right? At all these places, and it's been so great. Like, I'm just so grateful, honestly. Bro, like, y'all see this.
Frutas.
Bro, there's been so many days where I've like ate like 90% raw foods, and I'm just like, oh, just been eating like raw foods today, you know what I'm saying? Papaya, mango, we got a pineapple, we got a pumpkin right here, regular size banana, bigger banana.
There's like 3 varieties of bananas on the refrigerator.
Exactly, you know, that's just
He's
what
not
it
gonna
is.
stop.
I'm just not. And if y'all have seen Ellie Jane's vlog from like, it was like a while ago. Ellie Jane went on a raw cleanse for about a week, and myself for about a month. And that was like 100% raw, right? So just raw fruits, raw vegetables, raw seeds and nuts.
Love the arches.
Yes, honestly.
There were mushrooms growing in the corner, and I noticed she took them out. I'm so sad about it.
Oh my gosh.
That's how humid it is in here. Hello.
Let's carry on. Making our way upstairs now.
Making our way upstairs.
And this is the bedroom. Super dope, very spacious. Love having a lot of space. Oh.
You just took a shower, so that's okay. Keep it clean. And that's our little corner of everything.
I don't know if y'all were able to tell when we were outside, because we do have our mics on, but there are roosters that just go off all day, right? Like they start usually around like 4 a.m. and then they just go off all day. So a very normal thing. It's still an adjustment for us. But then there's also a pretty big gecko that lives in here. And I was able to capture a clip of him on our first night because we were taken aback by it, because we've seen geckos like all the time being in Asia, but they're usually like pretty small. But this one was a lot bigger, and he was just in the bedroom, just chilling up there. And yo, this dude makes the loudest noises all day, every day, throughout the night, and has been interrupting our sleeps very consistently, to the point where like her and I were like getting a little frustrated. Like, damn, did we make a mistake by like choosing this place? Because there was one review on Airbnb that was talking about it, and we're just like, no, it'll be cool. But the bro is in here, like he's somewhere, okay? Like, and there's always like little droppings that he just leaves, and I'm just like, bro.
They're not little. They're like the size of a date. They're like,
yeah, the size of a
this.
date. Yeah, the size of a date. That's a good reference. Otherwise, bro, like we've been like super stoked to be here. We've just like scratched the surface with Ubud, and something that we've actually recently learned as well is that it's Silent Day Nyepi is what they call it.
But yeah, basically they celebrate the day before. So it's almost like New Year's and New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve is when they're celebrating, and like everybody goes out, they play music, it's super loud, everybody's outside. And then they believe that all this noise disrupts the spirits in the underworld. And so to make Earth seem like it's a boring place, the day after, it's Silent Day, and they close everything. The airport's closed, you have to get your groceries beforehand because nothing's open, and you're actually not allowed to leave the house. So from 6 a.m. that day to 6 a.m. the following day, it's quiet, no one's allowed outside the house, and you turn electricity off when the sun goes down.
This is gonna be obviously like our first Nyepi, our first Silent Day. We were just informed about it not too long ago. If you're caught outside during Nyepi, you get fined. Like they take it very seriously. It's like they want to give the earth a break. And then everyone also says like by the end of the night, if you look outside of your window, like the stars are so vivid because you know, there's no pollution, nobody's driving, right? So that is something that I'm looking forward to. Being at the crib tomorrow with Ellie Jane, I think will be some time for us to just, you know, be able to spend some quality time together, meditating, yeah, just hanging out. And in some places within Bali too, they say they cut out the internet. I don't know if that's gonna be the case for us. I hope it's not. Yeah, I would like to have internet still, like being at the crib all day. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of our place. One of the things that I really loved about Canggu was the fitness and health scene. The gym scene was like amazing, like some of the best gyms that I've ever seen. And I really loved working out out there. I had some troubles finding a gym that I wanted to commit to out here. I really wanted to make sure that I chose the right gym to go to. And there were a handful that you could choose from, but most of them were like pretty old, a little dingy for the most part, and dirty, honestly. But there was one that I came across that wasn't entirely just a gym. It was a gym, a co-working space, you know, had a basketball court and a few other amenities as well. And it was called Titi Batu, okay? And that gym has been around only for a couple years now, I think. So it is one of the newer places. Facility is like spotless, very clean. And again, it's a co-working space. So, you know, after you're done your workout, you can bring your laptop, get some nice work in, you know? But this one, as far as cost goes, compared to all the other gyms, is like triple the cost. But I was down for something a little different. So I did go ahead and get a monthly membership this time around, just because, you know, I was down for a new vibe, a new switch up. Titi Batu is where I'm at. This month, Ellie Jane wanted to switch something up a little bit for herself, which I thought was totally cool. For those of y'all that don't know, yoga is huge in Bali, specifically in Ubud. And there's a place out here called the Yoga Barn. And Ellie Jane was stoked when she knew that like our place that we're staying at is like 2-minute scooter ride over there. So she was like, yo, I want to get a membership at the Yoga Barn. You can hold it down at the gym. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. You know, I haven't done a yoga session out there myself, but I went down there just to hang out. Because again, you can go to the Yoga Barn too and just hang out there as well. Like you don't even have to attend any like sessions. You know, she's been really loving it. Hello. You know, just going down there, it's an immaculate vibe, some of the craziest nature. Every time she comes home from the Yoga Barn, she's in like the best mood ever. So I always love that. But it's crazy because I went down there a couple times myself, as I said, and it's so interesting, like how big this place is. It's a homestay as well, so you can actually like hang out there and you know, get an accommodation. But it's crazy how big it is. Like there's just so many different paths to new yoga facilities, as well as like just little hangout spots.
They're setting up for this huge festival that's happening when we leave, so there's all this construction going on, but it's beautiful.
And if y'all watched in the Canggu vlog, y'all already know what I was saying about the food scene in Canggu and how it was some of the best food that I've ever experienced in my life. But Ubud has now taken the crown. It's crazy, bro. Some of the best food, yes, that I've ever had in my life, but to go along with amazing scenery, and never in my life have I ever been able to eat so healthy and it be so cost effective, eating such healthy plant-based foods with so much creativity and innovation. We've been on a food tour recently, going crazy out here. Where are we at right now?
Casa Curandera.
There you go. She's been doing Spanish on Duolingo, so she's been killing it. This place is stunning. Y'all, this is hands down the most miraculous scenery that we've seen at a restaurant thus far. We had to travel, you know, a ways to get out here, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Like, peep this scene real quick. I mean, this spot had some of the most innovative menu items, so let's check it out. It really does feel like we're walking into like a relative's house.
It's Lola's garden.
Lola's garden. Y'all see what we're working with out here, man. You really can have it all. You can have the flavors, the nutrition, the enjoyment, the nourishment, all in one. You see what I'm saying, Ellie Jane? Look at where we at. Like, can it get better than this? I don't think so.
Triple decker sandwich with mushrooms and kimchi. The bread is coconut bread. Raw coconut bread. Raw lasagna. Raw pizza. Mushroom shawarma. Grilled halloumi salad. Cheers to that.
Yeah, I still got my little
matcha, itty bitty
matcha right
matcha. Like, look at how small that is. Pure serenity. I'm coming.
There's so many ants on the scooter, like it's crazy. 100% raw pizza, raw tacos, raw lasagna.
It's game time.
It's game time.
Wow.
Yes. So right now, Ubud is at the top of the list as far as food goes. There's just nothing negative that I can really say because I've just been spoiled with options. Myself and Ellie Jane, you know, both being plant-based. So it's been like paradise for food for us out here. And now making the way down to the monkey forest. This has been something I've been looking forward to for a little while. For anybody who knows me, y'all already know monkeys have been my favorite animals from time. I don't know, I love them. I can't help but smile when I look at monkeys. I know that a lot of people are like intimidated by them, and when they're dependent on tourists a lot, they tend to be a little more aggressive and mischievous, you know, as far as, you know, like taking people's things and whatnot. He just snatched her glasses. He's eating her glasses, bro. He's munching on her glasses, like took them from her head. If y'all seen in the Uluwatu vlog, we went to the monkey forest down there, and those monkeys were getting a bit carried away, you know, and as they're known to be, you know, but nonetheless, I still love them. So I was super excited to get down to the monkey forest. But I'm riding Dolo today. When we were in Uluwatu, yeah, they had Ellie Jane feeling a little anxious, you know, because some of them were a bit aggressive, and there were some reviews that she was reading that had her feeling away. So I'm out here Dolo today, but let's see what these monkeys are up to. bag. Knocking through his bag, can't find nothing. And it was super dope because, you know, I had a chance to sit down and have a monkey come greet me, come say what's up, and give the monkey a banana, you know, which I've never actually interacted with a monkey like that before. So it was really exciting for me, just how much I love monkeys and being down there. And again, like, I felt no need to feel any sort of fear because I knew, like, it's just the energy that you put out. And they always say not to look the monkeys in the eye because if you do, like, they take that as a form of threat, and you know, they feel a bit threatened. So I accidentally looked one in the eye, and you can see the monkey's reaction right here.
Okay, don't look them in the eye.
But even then, like, bro, like, I'm not tripping. I feel like there's no reason to feel fear by any means. Overall, Ubud is genuinely such a sacred place, and we're lucky that we didn't come down here during the busy season. But even then, it's still so, like, busy and, like, congested and dense on these roads. But thankfully, I learned how to ride a scooter in Canggu. People always say, like, bro, if you can ride a scooter in Canggu, you can ride a scooter anywhere. I second that, like, for sure. It's definitely a lot more tricky driving a scooter, moped, motorbike out in Canggu than it is in Ubud. You just can't get overwhelmed, you know, by all the density and the congestion and the traffic and the honking and the gas in your face and all these different things. But I think amongst traveling thus far, I don't know if I've been happier in a location. It really is between Bali and Thailand that I've felt just like the most at home and just the most fulfilled and the most happy. I feel like I could go on and on about Bali, all the great things that it has to offer as far as the people go, as far as the food goes, as far as the weather goes. Like, seriously, like, the most pure people I've ever come across. Like, everyone just has something to offer, and they just want to give you just an ounce of love, an ounce of happiness that goes such a long way that, you know, you can carry on throughout the rest of your day. Ah, yes. Yes, man.
I like it, but not too much like that.
No, you still got it too.
Yeah.
You do.
52.
52?
Yeah.
You look nice for 52.
How are you? How are you?
28.
28.
Yeah.
Still young.
A little bit.
Big power.
Ah, yes.
Where you stay?
Here,
Oh.
right here. Good to meet you, bro. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. The culture just being more rich out here, just being able to interact with a lot of the locals, and that's been so consistent. Yes, Philippines. Yo, would not imagine the amount of people that have approached Ellie Jane have just thought that she was Indonesian, because of course, like, y'all know, like, she's Filipino, and Filipinos, I think, look very similar to Indonesians. You know, in Thailand, people were just like talking to her in Thai, and then out here, like, everyone just starts talking to her like in the language, and she's just like, you know. Literally, you know. But y'all just seen that interaction, you know, like, that's just what Bali has been so far. And Bali is a very special place, and I think it really begins with the people. Like, y'all have seen, like, it's just, I can't say enough about them. Even if they don't speak the language, even if they don't speak English, they still acknowledge you. They look at you and they smile, and you're just not accustomed to that in North America. To the way, hello. See, that's my guy now. As I was saying, as far as, you know, just in North America, a lot of people are a lot more closed off, and, you know, we oftentimes don't acknowledge one another. Whereas out here, it's like everybody just acknowledges one another, you know, and I love that. And then I'm not sure if y'all have seen it or not either, but out here in Bali, like, the offerings that they do with the incense, I don't know too much about it. If y'all are more familiar with what those offerings mean and, yeah, the purpose behind them, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to learn a little bit more. But it's just such a beautiful thing, just seeing all the women come out with the offerings and planting them in all these different places. Oftentimes we come home to our place and we just see, like, the offerings and the incense. It's just been so magical. Yo, so all the locals were telling us that before Nyepi, there's usually a lot of celebrations that go on, like, on the streets. We figured, like, let's step outside and see what's going down. Yo, this is wild. Yo, the detail is crazy. I don't know whether or not the camera can really capture, like, the detail in these sculptures, but
Look at their toenails.
the toenails.
This guy is huge. Wow.
Damn, just imagine if really coming at you like that though.
Wasn't this the guy that was taking the princess at the fire show?
I mean, if y'all can already tell, these are hella freaky, bro. I'm really trying to understand the messaging because, wow.
Crazy. It's art.
It is art, it is.
Do you see?
Oh, what the heck? That's a selfie stick? What did they call this celebration again?
Oko oko?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Made it to the palace.
Update, it's very busy. And I'm a short person and I don't see much.
You wanna hop up on my shoulders?
I'm wearing a dress.
Oh yeah, she's wearing a dress. Can't be showing that ass. Yo, look at all these people. Yeah! Let's go, youngin'. And I know it might sound a little bit biased just because I'm currently here and like I'm talking about how much I love it, but I really do believe like for anyone that seeks to travel and wants to travel the world and expose themselves to new cultures, I really do feel like Bali is a must visit, even if it's just for like a couple weeks. It's just such a happy place, man. It really is, filled with love, filled with joy and peace at that. And I've really felt that peace during my time here. With that being said, man, if y'all have made it this far in the video, sending y'all so much love and positive energy. We're still traveling. We're gonna be traveling all throughout the year, man. So there's more content to come, and I'm super excited to share the journey with y'all and continue to embark on this journey and share the story because it's so exciting just not knowing what to expect. And I think that's what the most gratifying part is about this process, is just living an unexpected life where you don't know what tomorrow brings. And I think that's what the primary motivation was from getting away from home and stepping outside of the comfort zone, was not having such a predictable life every day and living an unpredictable life in a place that brings you so much joy and peace, brings fulfillment in ways that I really can't put into words. So I hope that you can find motivation or inspiration in these videos, because I feel like that is a primary reason as to why I feel the need to continue to create them. Myself and Ellie Jane, as well as my team, you know, I'm grateful for all y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video. It's KT, man, signing off.